Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme e-commerce site build. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. In this series of videos we've been putting together this little e-commerce store here with the awesome Divi theme from Elegant Themes. If you build with WordPress, I suggest you take a look at the Divi theme because it's absolutely awesome. It's not free, it's a premium theme, but its features are just absurd. I mean, it's crazy what you get with this theme, and I do this for a living, and I've built well over 100 sites with Divi. It's just absolutely awesome. If you're building with WordPress, take a look. You can get it from my affiliate link below, or you can go straight to elegantthemes.com and download it from there. Okay, so this is where we left off last time. We got rid of the default bottom bar there. What I want to do is add my own footer. So I'm going to do this, could do it with a visual builder, but I'm going to actually do it the old-fashioned way with the actual Divi Builder plugin. Now let's go down to where we left off and add a standard section. And inside our section, let's think what we want. I want a logo on the left-hand side. And then I probably want some credits in the middle. Or a copyright notice in the middle. And maybe a site built by on the right-hand side. So let's use thirds. Okay, here we are. Now the first one, let's give it that blue background color that we've been using, which is 10CACA. Okay. Now this first one, I want a logo. Let's do an image. I need to find my logo. Because I've used my original logo, if we go down here, is that blue color. So I can't use that because you won't be able to see it. So let's see if we can find a light colored one. Here we go. So I've created a white version of the logo here. I'm just going to drag it. Well, I'll show you. Here's my folder with my images in it. All I'm going to do is left click on it and drag it and drop it. And if I go back up to the top, oops, can go back up to the top. There it is right there. And just make sure it's got your check mark. Give it some alt text if you want to, logo or some keyword for your site. And I'm going to set that as the image. And don't want it to open in a lightbox. Do want it to link. But I want it to link to the index URL, which is basically going to be the index of our site. I just put a hashtag at the minute. That'll take it up to the top of the site. We want it to open in the same window. Don't want any background on there. So let's just save that. All right. Now for the second one, I want to put a copyright notice in there. So let's just use a bit of text. And for the copyright alt code, it's hold down your alt key and it's 0169. As you can see, that's put in our copyright symbol right there. So after that, I'm going to write that'll do. Copyright 2018 to present. So that means when we've built this site to whenever you happen to be looking at it. Design wise, I really don't want to do too much to this, but I want to make it light coloured, that's for sure. Text colour light. So we'll save that. And the third one, let's just do another little text box. Slide down to our text here. Obviously you can put in anything you want to put in there. And I'm just going to write site by. There. 22. And I'll make this a link to my website. So all I need to do is just select it. Well, let's make the whole thing a link. Hit the link button. Get my website URL. If I just bring my website up here. Hopefully it should come up. There we are. All I need to do is left click up here. Right click and copy, or hit Control C. Back to our edit page and paste that URL in there. Now I do want this to open in a separate page so it doesn't leave this site. So let's hit this little cog right here and hit that open link in a new tab. That's it. Job done. And again, I want this to be light colored text. And I also want it to be aligned center. Which I didn't do in that last one. I want that to be aligned center as well. So let's save that. And let's align this center text. Well, let's center align this last bit of text, and we got that light as well. Okay, so they say image, text, which isn't descriptive. When you're coming back here and editing, it's not going to help much. It's really easy to change that. That's right down the bottom. Admin label. So if we just change that to logo, and we can change this one. Just copyright. Just for keeping out, if you're building for somebody and they're going to be editing it, it's a good idea to do this sort of stuff. It will save a lot of phone calls to you saying, how do I do this and how do I do that and I can't find this. Make it as easy as possible. So there we go. It's not going to look like much, but what I'm going to save this as a global item because we're going to use it on the bottom of every single page. Now you can build one of these with widgets, but I just thought it'd be fun to do our own custom one. So let's hit this, the outer one, 3 little bars there. And we'll hit the save and add to library. And we'll call it footer. I want to make it a global item because if we decide later we want to change some stuff, we don't want to have to go to every page and change it. We just want to have to change it once and it'll change it on all the pages for us. So let's have a look at this. It's going to be a little too wide, I'm sure. And we can tweak it with our visual builder. Let's hit the update. Now let's preview our changes. And scroll down to the bottom. Now it's loaded and we should have a blue bar at the bottom. There it is. There's our footer. But like I say, that's way too large. And also, you can't see this little tag here. So let's enable our visual builder. And go back down to where we were. Let's firstly adjust the padding so we got a decent height on this thing. So I'm going to make it a lot smaller. Well, there we go. That's kind of the size that I want. Now for this second element right here. Okay, so we've sorted out our padding. It's kind of difficult to grab this one, so I'm going to actually hit the cog on it. I'm going to go to spacing. And padding, we want padding. Top. Let's say, try 50 pixels and see what happens there. A little bit too much. Just take it down a little bit. A little bit more maybe. We're kind of in the middle right there. I think that's about right. We're at 38 pixels and I'm going to copy that. I just left clicked and selected it. Control C. And save that. I want to do the same thing to this little gizmo right here. We'll go to design, spacing, padding, top. I'm just going to hit Control V and paste in the same one. What I'm going to do, because at the moment all our links, all our active links are going to be this color right here. So I'm going to customize this. I'm going to give this little box a class, and I'm going to call it S22, just so I know what it is. Save that. Let's now save our changes. We've got our footer pretty much done now. And let's exit the Visual Builder. Now we can go back in, if I go down to the bottom here, we can go back into our customizer and just change that to white or something like that. But I'm not sure. I'll show you two ways. Let's do that first. Let's go into our theme customizer. And if I'm in the type, let's backtrack a little bit. I did that a little bit fast. General settings, typography. And if you see here, I've got a body link color. And I've got it set to this blue color. Now I don't know if I want to change them all to white because we're using some white backgrounds here and it may not be a good idea. But let's just do it to show you. So select color and just hit the white there. Now that link down at the bottom should appear white. There it is. So that's one way of doing it, but that's going to affect every link on your site, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But I'm not going to save that. I'll show you a different way of doing it. Now remember we gave this element a CSS class of S22. Let's get out of here. And it's telling us we haven't got changes and I didn't want to save them. Let's go back into our Divi theme options where we are right now, General tab, down to our custom CSS. And again, it's at the bottom, so I'm going to put it kind of at the bottom. I'm just going to call it S22 link. And we gave that thing a class of S22. Pretty sure it was lowercase, wasn't it? If I'm wrong, this won't work. So I'm going to say S22A, which is the link and anchor tag. Open and close some curly brackets. Give it a bit of space. And all I'm going to write is color. and FFF, which is white. Well, white is actually FFF, FFF, 6 Fs, but if it's with CSS 3, if it's 6 of the same, you just need to write 3. Put a semicolon after that just in case I want to write some more. Now let's save that. Now as long as I use that right class name, when I refresh, this should turn white. There we go. So it's an active link, as you can see. So there's our little footer. I just want to make sure that that's positioned centrally. Well, I'll do that later on, just because when we reduce down, if I reduce this in size, once it collapses, let's get to there we go. We can see our footer. Once it collapses into 3 different sections there, move on down, so we still got it. That's okay. As you can see, the logo is still in the middle, and those are still in the middle because I made them central. So that's going to work fine. So there you go. That's how to add your custom footer to your Divi Elegant themes. And like I say, this is a global item, so we can put it on every site. That will take us up to the top there. Very easy to do. So that's how to add your custom footer to your Divi theme by Elegant Themes. I hope you found that useful. If you have, please subscribe to our channel and like the video. If you're interested in web development, take one of our web development courses below. We've got some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers. And there's also some great free courses down there, so check it out. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.